backyard bonsai. Everybody step inside, learn the art and watch it thrive. A little woodland brought to life. Stevie's backyard bonsai. Seeds and scissors, soil and time. Tune in with a cup of tea, and don't forget subscribe for free.
Hello and welcome to Steve's Backyard Bonsai. Today I'm going to be pruning up my hazel. I pruned this not too long ago and I want to show you what I pruned and show you what I got, and now we got to prune it back and hope we get the same kind of results based on the same theories of pruning. Okay, I hope I have the camera situated in a way that you can see what I'm doing. Here's where I pruned it last, and as expected I got two branches coming from here, and I pruned it here last and I got two branches. One's weaker than the other, but let's look at that. So I like these, I like that it bifurcated and I want to keep that, but I'd like to change direction. So I'm going to do that by shortening it to it here and shortening this to there. Now if I get an additional bifurcation here, which is what I hope, then that's a successful pruning. Just taking out the old pruning stub or shortening it. I'm going to have two more pruning stubs there. Similar situation here. Now, I think this will not grow in that direction, and if I prune this down to here, that's so close there, I don't know if it's going to bud out. I'm going to chicken out and go one higher here, which is okay. It's still in line with this. Leaving a bit of a stub. And this one, and I've been wanting to reach more in this direction, so I've accomplished that. I think I could prune back to here. And now you can see, well, maybe you can't see in this view, but what I'm trying to do is to get more ramification here in a nice flat plane. And I'll be doing the same thing up above. All right, so over here, I pruned it here and I got this, which took off, and this one which seems stunted. So I think I'm going to leave the one that seems stunted and prune this one back to here. I really should go further, shouldn't I? I can't go further, but that's okay. So normally I'd be taking the older, larger branches off, but in this case, I'm going to take these younger branches off just to alleviate confusion and help stimulate more ramification in the branches that I did leave behind. I'll take these lower branches off. This one I think I'll leave on, but I'm going to take this one on top off. And there's another one on top right here. I'll take off. So I think I'm going to leave these two lower ones and see if they develop, because I'd like this branch to kind of go down and in that direction. So I'm leaving them on, even though these are the ramification areas that I'm working on. So this branch wasn't quite as lucky. I pruned it here. I did get bifurcation, but it's pretty one-sided, although there's another little branch starting back here. I I think in this instance I'm going to take this piece off. And do I want to leave this branch here? I did want lower branching on this main trunk. Let's refocus the camera so you can see that. All right, so what I was just saying was I think I'm going to leave this branch here to develop because it may take the place of this whole branch at some point. If I like the way it's coming out, this one comes out really long and straight here, and I'd love to have rebuilt it somewhere. This is just a dead stub. I'll take that off. The last time I touched this, we put it over this rock and I pruned it up. It was still pretty much without foliage. Okay, the roots are draping down very nicely. You really can't see it. It's still under muck. There are a couple of areas where I had a rock on it, and when I pull the rock away, you could see new roots have taken very nicely. So I'm sure that when I uncover this next year or the year after, I'm going to take it right out and it will just be sitting on that rock, which will be on top of another pot, probably a larger one than this. I do like this tree, even with its quirks and odd shapes and diver's masks. So let's look at this weird branch. I chopped it here and and it was probably in favor of a larger branch over here, which I chopped again, and it grew up and bifurcated because I chopped it there, and it grew up, and very similar to the first branches we looked at, I got two growing from that cut point. One is very weak. I'll take that one to the first set of leaves. The one behind is the very weak one. I might take that off altogether because I don't like the direction. So I'm basically starting again at this intersection. Then we've got one growing, let's see. We've got one growing straight up right here. That comes off. And all of this confusing nonsense here, I'm just going to remove so you can see the intersections, and light can get further down on the tree and hopefully create some new branches where none existed before. Okay, I've got a really long one here that is the strong one from another bifurcation right here. And I want to go, you know, I just don't know if the buds are reliable that far down. But I've got to go there because this is crossing back over the tree. The other alternative is to take it off entirely, which may not be a bad idea. Okay, here's where you hold your nose and just do it. Now this, I was going to take off, but I think in light of what I just did, I'm going to prune it here and hope for a bifurcation, and then I'll take the one that goes in this direction, if I get one. Moving up the tree, got this whole long thing that just started. A little damaged leaf there. By the way, I've been noticing that this tree does not do well in full sun. These leaves are like velvety. They've got like a velvety coating on them, and they get burned very easily, which seems counterintuitive. You would think with that texture it would be protected. I'm going to take this branch off, and on this particular branch I'm going to leave all these because you can see the intersection and there's nothing much to see up here. I'll remove some of this. This tree has to become fuller in both dimensions, this way and this way. So with this done, moving up to here, see if I can get a better shot of that. And I'm working on the apex, and then I'm going to work on the branch to the left of that. Okay, so this branch came up. I cut it here last. I'm just going to take that stub back. I cut it here, and I got one side, or I went over this already and I took some off. Yeah, I think I did, excuse me. I'm just going to remove a leaf here. I forgot I was already working on this. I'm going to remove 2 leaves there. So that's a nice little conglomeration of leaves. They don't really overlap one another. They're doing their job. I'm going to take this one down to here. And I should get another flush of growth on this. I think I'm going to take these leaves off right here. This goes off to the back, which I want. Take the pruning stub off. This will have the apex, so I'm going to take this one way down to here. I've actually got this branching out right here a little bit, so I'm going to take it back to there. That works. Okay, the actual apex, I pruned it to here, and what happened? I did get a bifurcation way down low there, so I'm going to take the stub out. Take this back to the first set of leaves. Take this back to the first set of leaves. Or take that off completely. I think that's the move. Yeah. Then I've got a division up here, my clear apex, but I have an opportunity right there for some bifurcation. And since I did that, I got to come back to here. All right, this guy, it has a branch coming up here, which I will keep and nurture. This one going back toward the other side comes off. And this one crowding the interior here comes off. Yeah, so this has been sitting on the floor of my greenhouse and it seems to be doing okay. This is a little crowded here, but I think I'm just going to remove one leaf just to alleviate the crowding. Maybe this one as well, and maybe this one as well. Once again, I'd love this branch to develop in this area. We'll see what it does. There's another one on the other side that could help me as well. Let's talk about this little short guy here. I think, well, first of all, I need to know whether this is doing anything for me at all. I don't think it is. Much as that hurts, I think it's the right thing to do. I don't think I like this guy right here. All right. I'm doing this for structure, and I am improving the structure, I must say. But this tree has a very, very long way to go. Let's look at the whole tree. Okay, now as I mentioned, this is on a rock. It was a little open over here, but I was hoping to generate some more roots that will start to go down, so I filled that in. This will all be coming out when I expose this rock, and that's what I'll do. I'll expose just the rock and leave it like that. Any roots that haven't hit the bottom at that point will die off. I don't know if you can see over here. These are all new roots. This is where I had placed a stone to hold those roots down. I'm going to put that stone back, and I may even put other stones around this. This is a very heavy little planting at the moment. But I might as well look at the root base. This is what it's going to look like at the top. Beautiful, beautiful. Maybe some crossing roots that I take off when I improve this. And I'll probably use my water pick to get the muck out of there. So here's the whole tree. I don't know, maybe the front, depending on how those roots look. Left side, back of the tree, much more in check right now. The right side, you can see its little Diver Dan mask there. And back to the front. Thanks for keeping me company in my backyard, pruning up the hazel.
Good evening, friends, says Steve with a grin. Let the growing season begin.